Hey guys, I can see a few of you in chat. We've got myself and the wonderful MrKeebs. So do let us know if there's any issues with the audio or anything else. Pusher, it's not that I'm late. It's exactly 8 p.m. There you go. MrKeebs, your camera's just dropped off. I don't know if you changed something.
I did not. Oh, maybe I did. Hold on.
We'll get there. 21:01 it is now. Yeah, it was 8 o'clock my time when we went live. We'll just wait for MrKeebs to get his camera back.
I apologize. I think I closed the tab by mistake. Hold on.
There we go. Who else have we got in chat? We've got Met Advice Guy. Yes, you can count on me, dude. You can count on me. Sashimi as well. New series. Yep, new series. First technical issue is already up. We'll fix that in just a minute.
I just wanted to get chat open and I typed it on the one tab that I couldn't use for that. So I apologize. We should be coming back momentarily. Okay,
well, hopefully it'll be back. If it's not, we'll restart this. It's not showing me your video. Why?
Oh my god.
WebEx, please. Greetings, Meowsaw, welcome, Jerwin, Panda Suit as well. MrKeebs has some problems, that's unexpected. Yeah, we'll get there.
OBS camera, come on. You cannot display your video, make sure your camera is shared. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's, hold on, let me close all the other tabs. Let me close the browser itself, I'm gonna try it one more time and leave.
Okay.
I do apologize for that.
It's not a problem. We always have issues with cameras at some point or other, or I did last time. So, Joe said he got in early for a Top Clack stream. Nice, good to see you, dude. Thank you for joining. Meowsaw says MrKeebs has been infected with the curse of the breaking camera. Yeah, it was me last week, and it's MrKeebs this week. Yeah, everything was working just fine just a moment ago.
So I think we are back. Can you confirm?
Okay. Yes, I think we can. I think we can confirm you back. Let me just pin you. There we go. Perfect. There we go. So you should be able to see MrKeebs now. He should be there.
Hey everybody. Sorry for the glitch at the beginning.
It's all right. We get there in the end. Yeah, so. Welcome, guys, to the first ever episode of Mech Trumps. This is Top Clack's first foray in to do something a little bit different. So MrKeebs has kindly joined me today to do a little bit of a Top Trumps kind of inspired show. So we're going to share with you some of our favourite boards, and we're going to pit them against each other. And you guys are going to try and tell us which is the winner, or you guys are going to vote and tell us which is the winner. And we're going to have 5 rounds, and the best of 5 rounds wins the show. There's no prize there, but the best of 5 rounds wins the show. So we go. Oh, you just got a message, Tuxkey, that Top Clack went live. Glad to see it. Yeah, I can see the Discord bots pinged as well. So how you feeling about this, MrKeebs? How you doing today? You doing all right?
I'm okay, but I'm pretty scared because this kind of competition, I don't know if I'm up to this level. So we'll see.
I don't know. Look at that collection behind you, man. That's.
Do you know where? I think it's the South Africa team that they do like a song before going to a rugby thing.
Oh, you mean New Zealand? Yeah, the hacker.
New Zealand, yeah, New Zealand.
Yeah,
that's the way to scare you, but that's only what it is.
Right. Okay. Well, it's very impressive and it's very intimidating. Okay, guys. So if you guys can let me know if both mine and MrKeebs' volume are good. Let us know if there's any issues with the sound. Boy314 says, damn, these broadcasters are looking snazzy today. Thank you very much. Thank you. We're both looking good. Okay. Stock says, should have pulled the duck collection out of storage to fill those shelves up. Yeah, I just grabbed the boards. So MrKeebs sent me his list of boards over the other day. Stole a couple of the boards I was going to use. So I have to pick some different ones. But yeah, I haven't had a chance to restock the shelves from everywhere else. But you might be able to guess, some of you who've watched some of my previous streams, which boards I've actually pulled down from the shelves, depending on when you last saw them.
Yeah, mine is not as noticeable, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see some missing already. I'm trained for that, but people may be able to pick that up. Let's see.
Yeah. Jay's still reading that list. Yeah, always. I need to create a list of boards, actually. Yeah, I do. I should do it.
Yeah,
Sound is good, says John O'Warren. Thank you. Any Alice available? Maybe. We'll see. TGR. It could be TGR. We'll see how it goes.
We can't confirm her than I, right?
Not yet. You guys will find out the boards as we get to each of the rounds, guys. So we'll get there.
Seeing a couple of Brazilian faces here in chat. So hi, guys.
Oh, that's nice. Good. Welcome, guys. Welcome to a Top Clack stream. It's good to see you. For a bit, still having lunch. Okay. So Arctic Fox is here, but he's still having lunch. Nice. It's we've just had dinner here. I had a nice Indian takeaway for my tea today. Yeah, it's good.
I ordered in and I ordered some burgers, so mine wasn't as fancy as yours.
Burgers are good though. Burgers are good.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Chumandu, I haven't announced the winner of the Google form yet, because in the end no one came up with the name Mech Trumps. I came up with that myself. I didn't quite like any of the ones from there. But what I am going to do is I'm just going to RNG a winner over the next couple of days, and I'll announce that on Thursday's show, because I did promise a prize. So what I'll do is I'll take the whole list. I think there was 35 submissions. I'll run a randomizer and I'll give away the prize I was going to do to whoever wins that on the show on Thursday. We've got Fax here as well, the Stab Daddy himself.
Hey Fax, I think I just bought some stabilizers from him.
Oh yeah, he's the Stab Daddy. Yeah, he sorts pretty much all of the EU out with stabs. He's good.
Right.
What did you see this afternoon, by the way, Jay? Oh yeah, I went to the cinema to see Endgame, so I saw Avengers Endgame finally. It took me 6 weeks of nagging at the wife to get her to go with me, but she finally decided to go.
How did you like it?
It was good, actually. It was good. I won't do any spoilers, but it was good. 8 out of 10, I think, is how I'd rate it.
Okay.
There was some good bits, some silly bits, some extreme bits, and some sad bits. So yeah, it was all good.
Nice. Yeah, I watched a show from HBO yesterday, which was pretty nice. I don't know if you guys watched it. It's a mini series about Chernobyl.
Oh yes, the nuclear reactor. Yeah, I've not seen it yet. It's on mine and the wife's to watch list. It's good.
It is really good. I watched it with my wife yesterday, and we did 2 episodes in a row. So good.
Wow, nice. Okay, guys, so the bot's pinged. I think chat's heating up nicely. Lots of people are talking around, and we've got things going. So first of all, I do want to introduce MrKeebs formally. So MrKeebs has been a bit of an idol of mine in the community for his streams and everything else that he does. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, MrKeebs? How did you get into the hobby? What your favourite things are?
Absolutely. So yeah, I started recently, actually. I started in January 2018, and I got introduced and I think that's the same way that a lot of people get into the hobby. I'm a developer by profession, right? And a teammate of mine, he said that he had this Cooler Master, I think, that had different mechanical switches and whatnot. And then I tried it, and I said, wow, yeah, this is way better. Like, I remember this feeling from when we used IBM computers and whatnot. And then here in Brazil, it's really hard to get something. Even a Cooler Master is hard to get. So I went to a hardware store, and not a hardware store, but a PC store, if you will. And I got a Widowmaker. The Chroma.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
The Chroma ones, yeah, I know the ones you mean, yeah.
Yeah, and I got one of those, and I loved it. It had like MX Blues and whatnot. And then from there, I joined Reddit, the subreddit, the mechanical keyboard subreddit. I started to, learn more and more. So my second board was actually a Cooler Master that I bought secondhand. And then after that, I bought a Tada 68, which is my first custom that I didn't build. It was built by, I think, a place in UK. I can't remember which one of them I bought it from, but it took ages to arrive, maybe 60 days or something.
Wow.
That was great.
Yeah.
And then after that, the first one that I, built myself was a KBD 75 with, at the time it was box navies. And I remember I got my thumbs sore because it was so hard to push the switches in. Oh my God. And I dreaded that. And I thought every switch was like that, but I never had a board as bad as that one. But yeah, that's how I got into it.
Wow. Interestingly, the first board that I ever built myself, I had a few others like you pre-built, but the first board I ever built myself was a KBD 75 as well. I didn't go for box navies. I went for Gator on green, so still clicky. But I learned the error of my ways, and it's interesting how a lot of people start off with clicky switches and then gradually move away from them over time.
Yeah, for me, I see a lot of people who love clickies. And then tactiles, and today I'm all about linears. 90% of my boards are linears, so I am a linear guy by I just like them.
Yeah, I think I'm probably about 50% linear, 50% tactile. I think it just depends on what board I'm using and how I'm feeling today, and what I've got in stock as well. Because my switch stock seems to go up and then down. It's quite crazy sometimes. I was struggling for switches the other week, and now I'm swimming in them again. So.
Oh yeah. I feel you. Yeah, I had the same, because my favorite ones is Retooled Blacks, and now they're getting shitty, excuse my French, because they're so scratchy nowadays. But they used to be really good, and I had like probably 500 of them, and they're all gone. And I got a new batch, and I built the QXP that I'm using as my daily driver today with them.
Sure.
And it's taking so long to break in; it's not even funny. So I need to find a new favorite now.
Yeah. I think if I had to pick a switch right now, that would be my favorite. It'd be the Ink.
I love Inks. I had two boards with them, and I love them. I think they are quickly becoming my favorite. And it's a shame we don't have them in stock right now. I think I have about 120 that is coming to me, but in Brazil it's always like that. It takes like 3-4 weeks to arrive. But I see the prices going up, and a lot of people want to buy them, so the hype is real with Inks, I think.
Yeah. Since I got some of the first ones, and I wrote a small article, and every day I probably get 2 or 3 PMs about ink switches and where to get them from and what my thoughts are on them and how to lube them. But to be honest, they're just such a good switch that it's difficult to not be a fan of them.
Yes, I totally agree.
Ink tactiles soon, I keep hearing as well. So soon we'll have some ink tactile switches. Yeah,
that I didn't know. That's awesome.
Yeah, so we've got silent ones and normal linears, and then soon we'll have tactile ones. So yeah.
Very nice.
Okay. Right then, guys. So if you have any questions at any point for either myself or for MrKeebs, if you just tag @Clack in chat, I'll try and grab every single one. If I don't, and I pick someone else's up afterwards, just ping it back in chat, and we'll try and get through them. We will be doing a Q&A section at the end, but what we're going to do now is just going to run over how this is going to work, how we're going to play Mech Trumps between MrKeebs and I, and then we'll jump into the first round. Okay. So the rules are that what we'll do is we'll each show a board in each round, and we'll alternate who shows the board first. So for the first time up, MrKeebs will get to go first, and he'll show his board. Then I'll show mine, and then what we'll do is we'll get you guys to vote on the winner through a straw poll, and I'll post a link into chat. Once we've posted that link into chat, you guys have to decide which boards you prefer, so whether you prefer my build or whether you prefer MrKeebs' build, and then whoever after 3 or 4 minutes has the highest vote is the winner, and then we'll move on to round 2 and round 3 and round 4 and round 5. Whoever has the best out of 5 rounds at the end of the show will be proclaimed the winner of the show. There's no prize involved, it's just for fun, but they will be proclaimed the winner of the show. And if we keep this season going on, whoever has the highest score at the end might come back on to do like a final showdown with both Brian and I or something like that.
That's awesome.
There's a couple of questions for you. First one comes up. MrKeebs, how much can you bench?
I used to bench a lot more, but I don't know. No idea.
No idea. Okay. Suggestions for a linear switch with as little shakiness as possible. I'd go with an ink still. Yeah. Solid,
if you don't like, if you think it wobbles, buy some stickers or films. I think it solves most of the problem, right?
Yeah, and another question for you from ISO Returns: how many boards does your collection increase by per month, roughly?
It's hard to tell. I think last time I counted, I think I'm at about 75, but I have like 6 or 7 that are unbuilt, and I'm on like 10-ish GBs right now. So I'm crazy like that.
See, I know I'm somewhere just over 100, but I don't know the exact number. I need to count it out and sort it out. I need to find a way to display them like you do.
I'm glad you exist, because then I can point you to my wife and say, this guy is...
Fair enough. Yeah. I'll wait till you overtake me, and then I'll point you out to my wife, and I'll say, look, I'm fine. I've got nothing on this guy. Yeah.
You can show my wall and pretend that I have more than you. This guy.
Yeah, I'm already going to do that. I'm going to shout her up to show
there
her.
You go.
I'm like, look, my walls are bare and your walls are full. So
There you go.
Okay, and then finally, just a quick one from Met Advice Guy. He says, Cherry has been made aware that their retooled switches are becoming bad. Good. And you've been told by a rep that they would talk with their engineers. Excellent. Okay.
Hopefully.
Good. That's really good, because the retools... Yeah, the retools have gone really bad. There was a really good batch towards the middle of last year, and then the last batch I had just after Christmas were terrible, so yeah.
Yeah, I have them on my QXP, and it's hard to break those in.
Yeah, okay. And then, excuse me, final question before we do start and get into round one and start to show you guys how this format's going to work. Joan says, what's the longest time you've ever taken for a build? I'm going to assume that you don't mean in terms of waiting for stuff to arrive, but I'm going to assume that you mean that I have all the stuff on hand. Probably about 3 hours is probably the maximum I've done, and that was the Hyper 7, which is just behind me here.
Yeah, I don't remember which one, but I'm also known by MrKeebs, because I make a lot of mistakes on builds, so I think some of them took me around close to 4 hours, 3:30, right, 4 hours. Okay. Yeah.
Cool. I think the other point to remember as well is it doesn't matter how long it takes you to build a keyboard, guys. As long as you're happy with the end result, that's all.
Absolutely.
So yeah, don't worry about it taking too long. Okay, guys, we're going to jump into the first round then. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about our keyboards. We'll spend a couple of minutes each trying to extol the virtues of the board we've selected in each round. Once that's done, I'll open up voting for everyone, and I'll paste the link into chat so everyone can vote on that particular round. And then we'll go from there and see how it pans out. So, MrKeebs, what board have you got up first for us today?
Sure. Let me bring it in, and then let me show it to you guys. Let me switch my camera. Hoping that, all the engineering that I put into this. So this is the board. Let me take this KXP out of the way because it's spoiling the idea. So this is an HP85.
Nice.
Yeah, I really like this board. I like it with those keycaps as well. I think it's a nice match. I'm trying to remember which switches I have here. I have retooled blacks. What? I mean, how surprising. 63.5 spreads with a mix of 204 and 104, 70-30%.
Wow. Okay. And why should people vote for this particular board?
Well, because I think it's one of those innovative designs that you don't see every day. I think I really like the way it's built. I particularly like this, let's call it visor that you have here. And when you do the the RGB thing, it glides. I don't think it's gonna. I have actually done the QMK programming on this board, the initial one, and then Mech helping me out. But I think it has an issue with the EEPROM that it doesn't come back. So I didn't prepare it, but it's really nice. And yeah, I think the style and the sound is great as well. Let's see if I can. So there, you get the idea. I think the sound is pretty nice as well on this board. So
yeah, it sounds great. Yeah,
I think it's a great board overall. So I hope that's convincing enough.
Cool. One of the things I do like about the board is that front slope. I think I've wanted one of those for a while. HP85. I really like that front slope. It's almost like a mini wrist rest in the board. Yeah, it's really nice. Yeah. True. Okay. So guys, I'm just going to flip over my camera as well and bring up my first board. So this is what I've got going up against MrKeebs. So let me flick that over. So I've got the Satisfaction 75. So this is one of the early prototype models from UPass at Canon Keys. Rotary encoder included with that lovely pearlescent mother of pearl knob, the little Canon logo, and of course there's the LCD screen as well. For those of you that haven't seen the weight design on this, there's something quite special on here. So it's kind of telling that whole pirate themed journey, if I can catch the laser etching in the right light. There you go. So you've got the whole anchor, the footsteps, the captain's cutlass, and then the treasure chest at the far side. This board is in E-white, so this is one of the better white finishes. It's really nice. GMK chocolatier on there with a golden Kipura, so that's a one-off Kipura from a limited run. And I've got Holy Pandas in this board, so this is using Holy Pandas. So there we go. James is commenting on my knob. I can see that. Yep. So that's the two boards that are up for this round, guys. I'll flip back to face camera now. So I'm going to post the link for the straw poll into chat. So this is for round 1. I'm going to post that up there now. There we go. So if you guys want to join on that and then vote, I'll get the votes up here as well. So you should be able to see in the bottom corner of my screen just here that the votes have popped up as well. I'm going to vote for the HB85 because I think that's only fair.
I'll do the same. I'm a gentleman, so I'll do that.
There we go. And we can try and watch those filter through in real time. Oh man, looks like you're going to get this one.
If I was here, I would vote for yours. I'm dead serious. I think that I am into that GB because I love that board, and I like the way you can toggle the knob functions and whatnot. I think it's genius.
Yeah. The use of the knob to change it from volume to stuff in Photoshop to doing all sorts of bits and pieces. It's really useful. This is really close to this. It keeps flitting between 49 and 51% in either of our favors. Even Steven at the minute. Wow. Okay, guys.
I didn't see that coming. I thought you would win it like 100%.
This is I thought you'd got it with the HP85. I've been wanting one for a while. Okay, so it's 2022 now. As soon as my clock changes to 2023, we'll take the vote as it stands at that point. So do get your votes in now. The problem with the straw poll is I can't stop the straw poll, so people can keep on voting afterwards. So we've got about 30 seconds left, just over 30 seconds left to vote, guys. So if you haven't already voted, get your votes in. But it's at 50-50 now, so someone needs to cast a vote and do it. Yeah, so there's at least a few viewers that haven't voted. There we go. Okay, about 20 seconds left. Okay, we'll do a countdown for the last 5 seconds and see where it gets to. I think you're going to pip this one. I think you're going to pip it.
I am surprised. Color me super surprised. Like seriously.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Okay, yep, 52% to 48%. Well done, Mr. Keebs. You win this. HB85 wins round 1. Thank you very much, guys. I thought that was really fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, absolutely. Super fun.
Very nice boards for you guys to start flexing with. So Cyber Sam, thank you, dude. Yeah, Mr. Keebs was really nice. Miyaso says I do like that knob, but that HB85, well, you know, knob is too tall. It is. My knob's too big. Yeah, I know it's too big. It was a really close fight. Someone's voted afterwards and made it even closer, but no, it's 52% to 48% in Mr. Keebs' favour. So well done, Mr. Keebs. You take round 1 off to a strong start. Okay, right then, guys. I'll just quickly remove the votes, and then we'll go on to round 2. So I'm up for round 2 first. I'll just quickly flip over the camera as well. So for round 2, if my camera decides to change, I've got my polycarbonate Singer. So this is a PC Singer with original tangerine switches with 78 gram springs. This was actually a wedding present to me. Oh, the build was. I bought the board, but the actual build of it was done by Max from Cable Car Designs. He put the board together for me, lubed the switches as a wedding present just over a year ago now. Wearing 9009 round 2 keycaps, and then as you can see on the bottom, we've got that lovely brass weight. Excuse all the fingerprints on the bottom of the board.
I think it's one of the best executions of poly and brass weights there is.
Yeah. I think I've got I built a poly 910, and whilst that was really nice, I think this is definitely nicer in terms of the polycarbonate. I
also just remembered. Did you remember that guy? I think on Reddit that used the wrong screws for the weight, and then the lion had like eyes.
Oh yes, through. I did see that. Yeah.
It was so funny.
Yeah,
and a shame at the same time.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, but yeah, I think he just used the K screws. I think if I remember rightly, rather than the actual screws for the weight itself. Such a shame. I'd be kicking myself if I'd done it as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that's my entry for round 2. That is the Singer Polycarbonate 75% board. MrKeebs, what have you got for us this round?
I got this one, very recent one.
Here we go. Instant loss.
And this is my beloved TMO 50. It does have that polycarb look as well. And this one is built with Gatoron inks with I think Crystal Lube 112, a mix of Crystal Lube and 104. I always like to put a little bit of oil with my grease. So I think what speaks for this board is first the uniqueness. It's very hard. I am the living proof that it's really hard to get one. Also, I thought I hated green when I got this board. I got it because it was a TMO 50, but I instantly fell in love with the color. And I think the way that the GMK camping complements the board is really nice. And I think it also sounds really good. And I had to cheat a little bit because a few things that I learned about the TMO 50 is that the stab screws, they touch the bottom. So you lose a little bit of brass. What am I to say? You lose a little bit of flex, right? So I had to add, gaskets on the screw mounts to make it a little gap, so the space bar would sound a little better. But there you go. That's the story with my. And this was my dream board ever since I saw the IC for TMO. I tried the. Oh, actually, let me show you something. 1 second. I was so crazy for this board because one of the things that I love doing is design 3D printing boards. I created my own version of it and I designed it from scratch with this M01 110 kind of bezels.
Yeah, it's nice. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't get to hand wire it. You see how hollow it is on the bottom, but that was the idea, to have my own TMO 50 designed by me. So that's how much I love this board.
Nice, that's really cool.
That's the story.
I do want to point out something here as well, is that my TMO 50 isn't in this competition because I let MrKeebs pick his boards first before I chose which boards I was going to bring along, and I was really disappointed when he'd got this in because I think this is almost a winner. But mine's just on the shelf behind me. You guys can see it there. Mine's rose gold, but I think if I didn't have the rose gold one, I definitely want the green one. I think it's definitely the second best color.
Okay, let me tell you another story. I have two.
The hardest board to find, and he's got 2. So between us, we've got 3 of 30. We've got 10% of all the TMO 50 boards. Wow.
But when it rains, it pours, right? Because when I got my first one, I got enough, so I had to take it. So I had to.
Nice. I was lucky enough to get mine after the group buy for group buy price, which was really good considering that some have sold for some crazy numbers. But yeah, that's amazing. Nice. Okay, guys, so that is round 2. I think that this is going to heavily go in MrKeebs' favour. I've got to be honest. I'll post the link into chat just now for Stropole 2, and I'll share the view again. Where's the votes gone? There we go. So this is round 2, and the link's in chat now. I'm going to have to vote for the TMO. I've got no choice.
I'm voting for your Singa. A good friend of mine also has the same Singa, and I never seen it in person. Like Brazilian. I think he's in chat. The Arctic Fox has the same Singa, and I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, he has a red Singa. I remember. It's not a.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, has a red.
Yeah, I've got a black aluminium one as well as the polycarbonate one, but I think the polycarbonate is definitely my favorite of the 2.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, Quirdenker says Jay picked a fight with the end boss instead of going through the tutorial section. Yeah, it's starting to feel that way. It is starting to feel that way. Yeah. We'll get there though. Red Singer with black caps. Yeah, I've got my Zephyr actually in red. It's just above me here. So my Zephyr's red with black GMK caps. It's using the GMK Exempt key set. That's really nice. Okay. Wish the Singer had staggered F-row. Yeah, that's the only thing I'd change. I think the best implementation of an F-row on a 75% I've seen is the Wraith by Sierra, or Amber, as some people know her. That's a really, really nice layout. She's got even blockers across the top of the 75%, so that's really good.
Oh, wow, I don't know which one that is.
Yeah, so it's the Wraith. It was IC'd on Geekhack a while back, but it's got, instead of having a full top row that mirrors the secondary row, and the caps are parallel on, it's got specific blockers that are marked out. So it uses 0.25 blockers and has 4 of them across the board, so that it's really even on spacing. It looks really good. Looks really good.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, I think the votes have stopped. We'll just give it 1 more minute. So it's 31 now by my clock, 50-ish seconds or so until we hit 32. So we'll stop the votes at that point. But I think this one's a foregone conclusion here. There we go. ISO Returns is posting it up as well. There we go. Can we take off the capture? I don't know how to take off the capture, I've got to be honest. Let me have a look at the other ones in a second and see if I can do.
Yeah, the capture gave me issues. Like the 2 times that I was voting, I had to vote twice.
Yeah. Okay, I'll see if I can remove it before I post the next link in when we come back around to that.
Let's see if I can open the link that someone sent. And now that I'm...
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess they're sharing the link to the Wraith, I think, there, yeah.
Oh, that's very nice. Yeah, I like how symmetric, semi-symmetric.
Yeah, nice. Okay, it's 32. Again, 42% to 58%, so much more of a vote in your favour this time, MrKeebs. That's 2-0. You are completely ruining my day.
Nah, we still have 3 to go, and
we do.
I like to start strong, but I think you're gonna.
Okay, well, we'll see where we get to, because that was a strong a strong round. You've got a couple of strong rounds coming up, so we'll see. We'll see. Right, okay, I'll take the vote mark down. There we go. Let me just see if I can remove the captures from this. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. There's no option to remove the capture.
Yeah, I think we can leave with the captures. I think it's fine.
Yeah, we might have to leave those in place, I'm afraid. Okay, yeah, so that is the link that everyone's posting in is the Wraith. That is Sierra's board. It's probably one of the nicest 75% on the market at the minute, if I'm honest. Yeah, that top row is a nice one. Yeah, it is really good. Yeah, who can even best MrKeebs? Just look at his nickname. Well, yeah, yeah. That's just the way it goes sometimes, folks. It's just the way it goes. Okay.
I know you allowed me to, take those 2 first to give me the impression that I can win this. I like your strategy, Jay.
Do you know what?
For the first 2, and then I'll come. Yeah, I know it. I'm prepared.
We'll see. We'll see. I think 1 round's going to be fairly even. 1 round, I'd like to think that I'll take, looking at what's on the scoreboards, and another round, I think is definitely going in your favour. So I think my money's on you at the minute. But we'll see when we get there. We'll see what the chat thinks when we get there.
Absolutely.
Time to power up, Jay. MrKeebs is going hard and heavy. I know he is. Yeah. The next time we have a guest on playing this, I'm not going to let them have first pick. I think I'm going to make sure I take first pick.
There you go.
Jay giving up Jay giving up the TMO 50 for MrKeebs to use might have been a massive power move or a massive fail. You never know. It might have been a massive fail. Did you know that the background of MrKeebs is just a green screen with a Photoshop picture? Yeah, it probably is.
Shh, guys, come on. I only share with that on my stream. You're not supposed to tell everybody. You know what happened in one of my streams? The green screen came out, came down.
Oh, really?
You guys could see, yeah. It ruined everything.
Okay. Right. Okay. Then let's move on to round 3 then. So see if you, because if you win this round, you've already won. That's it. That's show over. We'll carry on going through the motions, but if you win this round, that's show over. So, what board have you got for round 3, MrKeebs? What have you got to share with us this time?
Should I change mine for a name pro so we can keep the thing going?
No. Come on, get it up there. Get it up there.
I'm kidding. Let's go. So that's the next one up. It's a Duck Viper that I actually bought from Nathan King before he was the icon that he is right now. So this
Oh wow.
double the value, right? He even wrote. I asked him to write me a little note that I keep it somewhere, saying that I bought this from Mr. King. It was like middle of last year, but it's a black Duck Viper, and this one is one of the few boards that I currently use that doesn't have linears. They have Holy Pandas, the OG Holy Pandas.
Nice.
And it was a struggle to get those Holy Pandas because I got them, June last year or so. So it was really hard to find halos. And this guy posted, I think, 120 Holy Invir Pandas for $200 on Mech Market, and I jumped. I PM'd even before the bot gave the trades and the score for that guy. I jumped at it.
Oh wow, really quick.
I managed to get it, and so here it is. It has Holy Pandas, and of course this is GMK Tokyo Nights. And yeah, I really like this board because of the different angle, right? It's very steep angle. And even though it has that steep angle, I find it nice to type still. And I like to bring it out and use it because it's one of the best tactile boards that I own.
Yeah, we've lost your camera again, MrKeebs. I don't know what's going on there. We've lost your camera.
This time I didn't do anything, I promise.
Do you want to just try rejoining the...
you know what happened? WebEx crashed.
Oh, right, okay. Do you want to... It's fine for me. Do you want to just leave that and
I'm rejoining, yeah.
Okay.
I went to the Chrome tab with WebEx and it was like all snap.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, well, hopefully... I can see you twice there now. Yeah, hopefully it'll let you back in a second.
Sure, and it's giving me a hard time with the camera again. But let's see. Preview only, so I think we might be able to get back. Let's see. No, I see it's just a gray. Hold on, maybe I have the wrong camera. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I do have the wrong camera. Okay.
It's all right, guys. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, this one was not my fault. I promise. Okay.
I think
still
I have
gray,
you back.
right? You do?
I think I have you back.
Because I only see a
no,
gray.
it's just gone. You did pop up for a second, but then you've disappeared off my screen.
There. I think it's back.
Not yet. It does show you. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let me see if I can get you now. Let me try. There we go. That's got you back. There we go. There we go. We get there in the end.
Hey. All right. So I think we had this there. So yeah, that's the story with this Duck Viper, and that is my third board.
And I think Mr. Nathan Kim himself is in chat actually. I think I've seen him posting. So good afternoon, Mr. Kim. Good old Tehe Types. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome, Nathan.
There he is. Hello. Awesome. Okay, so that's what you've got for us in this round. So this round, I'm going to bring something a little bit more bespoke. And in this round, I have the J01. So this is my personal keyboard that I've designed. Try and get this nice and close on the camera, guys. There you go.
I'll vote twice for this one.
So usually this does wear GMK Red Samurai, but because Deep Space turned up this week, I thought I'd put that on there. So a few things to point out about this board. It is the first board to be produced that has the true isolation mount that we've seen in the Kepler. So it's a complete gasket mount that isolates the entire plate from the case. As well as that, it also has a magnetic pen rail. So this pen rail is solid brass and does come straight out of the board. As you can see, it's held in place by magnets.
Wow.
Pop that back into there. The weight is also internal. So this brass bar that you can see round the middle, you can actually see the brass weight underneath underneath there. Actually, you can see that the weight is internal and it goes all the way through the board. So it's a solid piece of brass, is that middle layer. It runs all the way through the board. There we go. And then there's no weight on the bottom, there's just my logo and a lot of greasy fingerprints because I use this board a lot. it was designed to be easy to pick up as well, so you can see that on the side profile it's got the nice wedge shape that we used to see on a lot of historic boards, the TX boards and such like. But yeah, it's perfectly designed to fit my needs. Series of macro keys, pen rail at the top because I always like to have a pen available. I still do most of my writing by hand rather than typing it out, so there we go. And another matching Kipura as well. So there we go.
So that what you said to me earlier is true, that the first person that appeared on Mech Trumps would get one of those? Is it true?
No. When did I say that?
I think it's just my brain, just the Jello's brain right now.
There will soon be some more of these. So this is the only one at the minute. There's a prototype of round 2 on its way to me at the minute, and that's because inside for the true isolation map, there's kind of like an echo chamber inside that's designed to highlight the sound that runs just through this area here. And what I've done for the prototype round 2 is expand that across the whole 60%. So that's on its way to me at the minute, and that's going to be the first board in the small mini group buy I ran. So that will be Gio's board. So if anyone knows Gio, it will be his board when that arrives. But that's the J01, which is my submission for this round.
Wow.
So there we go, guys. Let's see what you guys prefer. I'm going to post the link into chat in a second. Let me get up the votes system again. There we go. So this round is the Viper or the J01. I'm going to vote for the Viper because it's only fair that I do that.
I will vote twice for yours. You got me at Echo Chamber. I love that thing.
There we go, and that's it posted up there in chat for you as well. J420, thank you very, very much for subscribing to Twitch Prime. That is 2 months. Thank you very much, dude. We genuinely appreciate that. Heavy hitter by Jay. Yeah, it is heavy. It's just under 7 kilograms as well. So it's. Quiddick says, Jay, will you wait for the vote? Click my link. Okay. Oh, there it is. It's come up. I'll easily have this Mech Trumps thing in the bag. Invites MrKeebs. Why do I hear boss music? Yeah, that's pretty fair. That's pretty fair. Let me just jump back to the vote. There we go. Okay, so it's 42 now on my screen. It's just about to turn 43 in a few seconds. So what we'll do is we'll give it another minute and 15 seconds, and then we'll end this round. 7 kilograms is like a 3-year-old child. What the fuck? Yeah, it's just under that. It's not quite 7 kilograms, but it's not far off of it. It's another 2 keycap sets worth of it, so it's getting there. This is the 3rd round, Gio, not the 1st round. It's the 3rd round.
Yeah. That's the one that Jay starts to make a comeback. I can see.
We'll see how it goes. But yeah, so Gio, your board is in the post to me. So your version of the J01 is on its way right now. It should be here on Tuesday actually, because you're getting the first of the 2nd round prototype boards. And J420 subscribed to Twitch Prime for 2 months, currently on the streak. I thought we'd just done that one. I thought that had just popped up, but if not, there we go. It's back up. You missed me keep showing his 2 TMO50s. Yeah, I've got 1 TMO50. It took me forever to find that, and you've got 2 of them. You've got 2. So yeah, can't wait to see the shipping cost.
That was planned. Like I borrowed from a friend just to show off here. No, I'm kidding.
I wish that was the case. I don't think there's another one in the UK apart from the prototype. Actually, I know that Zondat from Noxry has got the prototype of the TMO50, a 3D printed one. But other than that, I don't think there's another TMO50 in the country. I think mine's the only one as far as I know.
I just love this keyboard. I think it's my favorite board from all the boards that I have.
Really? Wow. I think it's really up there for me. I use it as a travel board, so I've got it with me constantly connected to my iPad, just for travel and typing and stuff like that. So yeah, it is a really strong board. The fact that we both think it's well up there in our top boards is really interesting.
It is.
Okay, so we've gone a little bit longer than I said in terms of the time. So I think this one is finally around in my favour, 67% to 33%. So it's now 2-1. 2-1 to MrKeebs. So he's still in the lead. So yeah, there we go. Okay, let me get rid of the vote screen. There we go. Okay, so if you guys have got any questions, please don't forget to post them in chat. Make sure that you ask us questions. Do tag at TopClack so I can see them and read them out to people. Denton Burton Jr. does have a quick question. He says, favourite keyboard manufacturer? So if you had to pick a manufacturer, MrKeebs, who would you pick?
That's a good question. I mean, I think TGR. I only have one, but I think the quality is top notch.
Yeah. I think I'd be in the Keycult camp. I don't own one at the minute, but Keycult would be my pick right now. I think the number 2, especially when Nathan built that on stream, was just absolutely stunning. I definitely need to try and find one at some point.
Oh, absolutely.
And I'm still trying to organise a trade for a number 1 TKL as well. So hopefully that'll go down at some point soon. We'll see. Enjoy from the Waves Group buyer. He says, is the J01 made of aluminium only? No, it's aluminium and brass. Gundalindrum says no, it has a 2.9-year-old child in it. Yeah, pretty much. It's a hefty boy. The second version is actually going to be quite a bit lighter because of where I mentioned that we're milling out. I'll just flick back onto the camera so I can show you where I mentioned that we're milling out the inside. So at the moment it's got like a gap just underneath this area here. That's now been expanded across the whole 60% area. That's actually removing a ton of material, but as you can see, it's a solid block in this base. So this is where all the weight is, in this big base bit here. And then the second part is the fact that the brass weight runs all the way through this header.
Stop showing it, please. It hurts, man. It does hurt.
Well, you never know. We
kidding.
Might be able to get you in at some point.
I'm kidding.
Okay, there we go. So it's not just made of aluminium; it's aluminium and brass, but it's just really heavy. This board is bigger than what you think, man. It's actually bigger than a TKL. I'll show you later on if we get a TKL on stream, but it's actually bigger than a TKL when you look at the size of it. So it's not surprising. It's heavier. Okay, Denton Burton Jr. second question. He says, any Bluetooth 5.0 PCBs out there, or even 4.0? I'm a wireless nut. I think KBD fans.
There will be. I have. Can I do a shameless plug here?
Of course you can. Go for it.
Let me see where my
exclusive, guys. So we're getting a MrKeebs exclusive on stream.
Where is my? Oh, hold on. Give me 1 second.
Sashimi saying, the loser of this episode has to send me a TMO50, so I get to have 2 of them. No, Sashimi, you're not getting another TMO50. No one's going to send you one.
All right, so let me show you this. This is a board I have been working on a long time. And this will be a Bluetooth board. This one is, and Gondo is doing the PCB for me. It will be a Bluetooth 50%. It has this isolated number, which is very different from
nice. Yeah,
everything else. Yeah, and it's gonna be HHKB. It's gonna have 2 options for tops. One with the split spacebar, and the other one is gonna have the same thing with HHKB. Nice.
That'd be really nice. That looks great. Wow. People are saying leaks. Yeah, it's a bit of a leak. Meister Grinsepo thinks it's really cute. Neat, I like it. Then Zas now asking how much is it going to retail for?
Oh, no idea. I mean, I got the prototype done. It was expensive and imperfect because I don't think people are used to this level of CNC. And also the Cerakoting was terrible. A lot of marks and excess paint everywhere. But I have no idea. It's not even in IC yet. So it's gonna happen. So just don't know when. My pet project right now.
Yeah. I think it's cool when a lot of pet projects turn out really well in the end. There's been quite a few of them recently, and I've really enjoyed doing my own projects. I've got shameless plug number 2. I've got the JO2 and the JO3 on the way at the minute as well. The prototypes of those have been made now, so they're on the way. So we'll see how that goes.
Absolutely. So it seems like I'm not posting you properly because my family can't see me.
Oh, really?
I'm sending them the correct link for top.
Oh, bless. Thank you. Clockwork says, Top Clack, what's your thoughts on the Godspeed reverse panda desk mat? Just bought parts for an Ergo Clear build. Well, first of all, Ergo Clear is good choice in Switch. Really like those. I don't think I've seen the Godspeed reverse panda desk mat though, but if you have a link, I'll happily check it out and take a look at that. J420 says, do you guys know if the Rama HHKB or the Zondat HHKB is coming anytime soon? So I think Zondat's got a group buy coming up soon for something that might have HHKB blockers. I don't think Rama's still working on the HHKB case that he was doing a long time back. I think there was a lot of challenges to it. As far as I know, that project's been stopped. Oh, there we go. Here's the link. Oh yes, so I do know when you mean yes, that's a really nice desk mat. Is that? It's a good choice, really nice. Yeah, I think I've got the Aries one. I think the Aries one. That's the one I've got.
Yeah,
the camping
I have
one's
one of
lovely
those
as well.
I think I have the Aries as well. Yeah, and the only problem with desk mats to Brazil is they are heavy for shipping, so it's almost prohibited to have them shipped here.
Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, I really like that. That's really lovely. As I said, I've got the Aries one, but the Reverse Panda one in black and white would be great for a monochrome build. Yeah, absolutely nice. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Just get rid of that. Okay. So next round then. So we're now on to round 4. It's 2-1 to you, MrKeebs. You have got the lead.
All right.
I think I know which way this round's going to go. I think this one's going to go in your favour. I've got to be honest, but we'll see where we get to.
Yeah, never know.
But is it my turn to show first, or is it your turn? I can't recall.
I don't remember. Me neither. What does chat say?
Okay, yeah. Who should go first, guys? Who should show first on this one? Should MrKeebs go first, or should I show first? James is saying it's my turn to go first.
Go for it.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. So let me get the board ready. So this board is here. It is a VEA. So for those of you who don't know, the VEA is a split board, fully ergonomic. Couple of interesting things to call out about this board. Firstly, I had to have this plate specially made. It's a fully copper plate. You can probably just see that poking through the keycaps and all the way through the edge. And it is fixed ISO layout because I like ISO, which is personal choice. In terms of the rest of it, I have inlaid the logo with copper infill, so that's copper leaf with some resin to make that there. Let's see if that's going to focus on it a little bit nicer. There you go, so you can see that's fully copper inlaid, so it matches the plate really nicely. And in this we've got Xanders, so I can't show you one of the key features of this board, but if any of you know Glove Caps, who makes artisans, he really likes this. So the Xanders are all the same spring weight, but what I did is I chose the different coloured stems, so it actually goes from light purple diagonally across to the darker purple as we get down to the far side of the board, just because why not. In fact, I think I've got a key switch puller here, so I think if we look up here, it's got one colour here and a different colour over here, so I'll show you that. See if the camera will pick up the difference in the two colours here. There we go.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I don't know if you can see that one's lighter, one's darker, so it gradually gets darker as it goes across the board. So just one of those simple little things.
Wow.
I do have the original tenting kit for this as well. I don't have it to hand, but I've got the original tenting kit for this, which was part of the original Korean group buy, which means that you can have the board split and separated, but you can also have it tilted upwards at an angle like that, which does make it a lot easier to type on. And it's the board that I'm using to try and teach myself to type properly and touch type, which isn't going so well, because what happens is I try to learn how to touch type and then I go to work and I get my laptop out and I instantly have to type something faster as an email, and I just revert back to type, so I just go back to the old way. Yeah, James is pointing out one thing as well. I do have matching copper cables for this as well, so I've actually got a matching copper SATA cable to join it together and USB cable as well, which again don't have to hand, but that's how I usually use this board setup. And on the mounting plate as well, it originally came with black acrylic as like a wrist rest area here, so on the tented kit, so you like this on the tent, and you have an acrylic plate here. I've actually changed that for copper as well, so just to complete the copper theme. Okay, so that is my VEA.
Absolutely.
MrKeebs.
Amazing board. All right.
Okay, what have you got, MrKeebs? Go on.
Mine
how are you
is
gonna
not as
beat me this
uncommon,
time?
Right? Let's see. So mine is I was talking about TGR, right? That's my only the only TGR that I own, which is my TGR Alice, with I think it also has retooled blacks. This one I had to put together and take it in, desolder it, and because at first I had lightweight linears. And since it does have a brass plate as well, the sound was terrible, the feeling was terrible. So I had to redo it with heavier springs. I think it had 67 grams right now,
Sure.
as well. And the key set is HFO, which is one of my favorite sets as well. And I think it complements. And I got those two. This was an idea from Banda, he's probably in chat, to steal those from the Space Cadet Spaceport kits. So now I have.
Sure.
Yeah. That was because before that I had the shift here and the zero insert here. I think with this space bar it just complements it a lot more. So this is a
stunning board.
This is hand to hand with my TMO as my favorite board. This has been my daily driver for quite some time, ever since I got it. And I just love this board. I think it's a classic. And the fun fact is that when the GB ran, I was not that into boards where you didn't have arrow keys. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna pass. And then, the time between I did not enter the GB and the time when it came out, I grew passionate about HHKB and having arrows on a second layer, and I was desperate for it. And I managed to get one. I was like, I remember I told Yutsuki that I would cry on screen when I built it, and I almost did. That's how much I love this board.
Wow. Yeah, I've got to be honest, the Alice is one of the boards of last year for me. I've literally just sold my Alice 2 weeks ago, purely so I can go to the Seattle meetup. That's how I'm funding the Seattle meetup.
Wow.
So I'm really glad to see yours. Mine was a bit different. Mine was pink, but from the group buy. But yeah, man, it's good to see yours. That looks really good with the Hyperfuse Origin. I didn't realise the greys matched so nicely between the board and the keycaps for those two.
Right.
That's a really, really strong combo.
Yeah, I really love it. And quick question, when is this? June?
It's the 27th of July, if I remember rightly. So I'm flying out a few days before and then meeting up with the guys, and I'll be there for the meetup on the 27th, which I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, I'll probably be in US around that time, so I'll try to make it as well.
That would be awesome. Yeah. If you could do that'd be great. Yeah, I am tempted to borrow my Alice back from the guy that I sold it to and see if I can bring that to the meetup, because mine was built with Nixie switches, so it was a little bit different too. Yeah.
If you only had like one Nixie switches, you would win. So that's how cool. It is.
No, the Nixies were cool. Yeah, I had the whole board full of Nixie switches, but yeah, there we go. Right, guys, I think I know which way this one's going to go. I think this is going to give MrKeebs the win for the day. But let's see how we go. Let me get up the voting screen again. There we go. That's round 4 is up. I think anyone who doesn't vote for the Alice is going to be a surprise. So there we go. So Alice is up, and there we go. There we go. Fill out that straw poll, guys, and show us who you think should win this round. Well, I'm surprised I've actually got any votes here at all. I was thinking this was going to go completely in your favour.
Oh man, I voted for you, and I think your VA has a lot of points for uniqueness, and the copper thing that you did. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, the copper is lovely, and it's a really good board for me. Part of me, I don't sell boards very often, but selling the Alice was probably the hardest thing I've ever done in the hobby.
I imagine, because I am the same way. I am a hoarder of everything. Like for me, selling anything is super hard.
Yeah, I had to deal with the missus. She said you can go to Seattle as long as you sell something to fund it, rather than using our joint money to pay for it. So it was like, right, okay. And it was either sell 3 or 4 things, which I couldn't do. I just couldn't bear to sell 3 or 4 things to fund it, or it was just sell one board to fund it. So that was how it went. So yeah, we'll leave the votes open. It's 20:59 now. There's about 30 seconds left, so we'll change on the hour. Gondo says, Top Clack, how does copper change the feel or sound compared to brass or alu? So in my experience, copper feels almost identical to brass, but it's got a higher timbre in terms of the note. It's a little bit more of a higher timbre, but other than that, it feels pretty much identical to brass, to be honest.
Yeah.
So there we go.
I was approached by, I think it was what's the name of that company that does the laser boost thing? I forgot. There's a guy that only, special run of plates, and they want me to review their copper plate. I never tried one.
Okay, you should do. You should do. I've had a few. All of the VA plates came from Laser Boost. They are really, really good quality stuff. So,
yeah, I had a couple of plates cut by them. They're really good.
Yeah, they are really good. Jay will buy the Alice back once he's back from Seattle, probably. So the deal I have with the guy is that if he ever decides to sell it, I get first dibs on it. So if it ever goes back up for sale and he needs to offload it, I will definitely be taking it back off his hands.
Bummer. I was just typing WTB Alice with Nixies on Mac Market, but I'll refrain from doing that.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to sell, but
I know.
If he does, he knows he needs to text me first. Okay, we'll call it there, guys. I think this round was obvious. I'm surprised I even got 36% of the votes, to be honest. So thank you very much, guys, for that. It's a really heavy win. That does give you the win of the show, but we'll cover that at the end. So well done, MrKeebs. You have won the show with that one. We do have one more round left for you.
Yeah.
See if we can make it a whitewash almost or not. See if you can take it to 4-1 or if we can keep it at 3-2. So it's definitely your turn to show your board first this time. So what have you got for us in this round?
All right, here we go. Let me see how I make it straight. So this is my key code number 1, and this one has a special taste to me because I don't even think I should be talking about that in public, but I got this board for free.
Wow.
Because here how it went. The GB started, I joined it, and I wanted to have the brass version, not the silver version. And I didn't want it to be win keyless. I wanted to have it to be, 10 gun bottom, but without the blockers. And then I went to check my order, and it was messed up. And then they had a couple of issues on the first run where the anodizing was terrible. They had all sorts of issues, and I asked for a refund, and the guy running it gave me the refund. And then a few weeks later, it appeared on my proxy. Like, oh wow, yeah. So I basically got this one for free, right? But this board is the culprit for me loving Win Keyless. I thought I would never adapt to Win Keyless because I use a Mech, and I thought that I use that key a lot. So I didn't miss that key because I have control map to caps lock, and I managed to get it working. So just for a change, this board has another interesting thing about this particular one is that it has the FR4
the plate, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, the FR4 plate that was, I forgot the name that ran it, I'm sorry.
I think was it Heine that ran that, I think?
No, it wasn't Heine. Maybe Heine did the project, but it was someone else, Dungeon Caps or something like that ran it. And it has creamies, 55 gram creamies. And I was surprised by how I like the creamies on this board. Let me do a quick typing test here. And this was my first gasket experience as well. And I just love this board. I use this as my daily driver for a long time. And the key set was, I wanted this key set for a long, long time as well, like everybody else I know. And this guy appeared on the 40% Discord, and he wanted to sell the base and the space bar for 300, which was super cheap, right? Comparing to the prices you see there. So I just received it like a couple of weeks ago, and then it made itself to this board. So
nice.
It is a very, very nice board, and I love it.
Yeah, I'm trying to arrange a trade for a number 1 TKL because I really, really like the board. And interesting if I got Red Samurai after it had run as well. I didn't think I was going to like it when it was in group buy, so I never bought it.
Same thing.
And that's usually the set that lives on the JO1, to be honest. And I got mine from a guy in the UK who just popped it up on the UK Discord server for £150, which is just under $200. And I was just like, buy. How quickly can I get a message to this guy saying I will buy it? And 3 days later, it was here. And I would think that's still probably the best purchase I've had in keyboards. I think it's been there.
Absolutely, man. I love this key set. It's beautiful.
It is one of the best key sets. That and Olivia were the 2 key sets of the year for me last year.
This one had Olivia before Samurai.
Oh really? Yeah. I used to have Olivia on. What did I used to have Olivia on? Oh, on the board I'm going to show actually. Olivia used to be on this, but it's now on my white TX65. So, yeah. Okay. Right, okay, so I'm going to show my board now. So the board that I've got for this round is this, which is, for those of you who don't know, this is a Vern, so it's also a TKL. It's the only TKL I own currently. I have got a Jane CE coming, but this is the only TKL I own right now. So this is a Vern. It's one of the prototype boards from when Zambamon ran the original Czech brass plate. It's got the classic layout on there. And one thing to really call out about this board, guys, is just the curves on how this looks.
That's unbeatable. Unbeatable.
I mean, it's just absolutely stunning. And I know that Zambamon's about to run the group buy for this. It is top mount board, which seems old hat, but it is really, really nice. I've got 78 gram Zelio V2s in this board as well. So I got the some Zelio V2s from Zeal when they went live right at the very beginning of the year. And this was the first board I had V2 Zelios in. I'll just show you the whole bottom of this, because I think the bottom's my favourite part about the board. There's that curve on the head there. Again, fingerprints on the metal, but yeah, just
it is amazing
in terms of a look. Yeah, in terms of its looks, it's just really lovely. Everything just works really well in terms of the flow. And it was the first board I had as well that had a daughter board as well for the USB port, a breakout daughter board, and that's what inspired me to put on the JO1 as well. So there we go, GMK Oblivion, round 1 on the Vern. So there we go.
And you have the white alphas, which I mean, so hard to
get. I've got the white alphas and the grey alphas. I've got both. I actually had on my Alice at one point, in the pink Alice, I actually had the white alphas on one side and the grey alphas on the other side. I think I posted that on Reddit, and I got a ton of downvotes and a ton of upvotes all at the same time. So there we go. So that is the Vern prototype, which this isn't black actually as well. This is a dark grey. It's not really picking it up on camera, but this isn't black. It's a dark grey rather than a black. But the VEA, not the VEA, the Vern. Yeah, the Vern versus the number 1 TKL. So I'm going to get the straw poll up now for you guys. Let me get the votes page back up. There we go.
This one is yours, like no doubt about it.
We'll see. I think I'm going to vote for the number 1 myself anyway, because I would still like a number 1. It's one board that I don't have, but we'll see how that goes.
Oh, I'm voting for the Vern, and that one I would think it's. You know, that it also has that exclusivity factor to it, which is very amazing. I love it.
As far as I know, there's only 3 of the prototypes as well. Exactly. So I know there's about 30 of the actual boards, but there's only 3 of the prototypes. So we'll see how this one goes. But yeah, it's definitely one of my favourite key sets. This is actually one of the first key sets I ever joined in a group by as well, was Oblivion. So it was really nice to see that. Right, it's 21:08. It's just turned that now. We'll give it 1 minute from now, and then we'll end this vote. I think it's really close. It keeps flip-flopping on this one, 50-50 at the minute.
Really?
So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, it's 50-50
I'm not
right now.
It. What?
Yeah. That's really close. About 40 seconds left to vote, guys. So we'll see how it goes.
That's
oh,
funny.
you just tipped you into the lead there.
Wow. Like, that's crazy, guys. Vern is better than number 1. I mean,
yeah,
I think it's better.
I thought this would be one of the closest rounds. I did think it'd be really close. Just catching up on chat. Vern is super nice, but I think the number 1 wins the round. That's fair. This one might be very close, just like round 1. Yeah, it might be Wiz. Yeah, we'll see. It looks like it's drastically falling into MrKeebs' way now, though. He's getting all of the votes now. There we go.
No way. For me, it's completely unexpected. Seriously, I'm not.
Okay.
Being nice.
No, it's completely fair. There we go, guys. We'll call it there. 43% to 57% in favour of the number 1. So that does put MrKeebs as the winner today with 4 rounds to 1. Absolute whitewashed, completely trashed. This does mean that next time I don't let the guest pick their entries before I pick my own. I think
I'm so glad I was first.
Next time we might be doing key sets or something else. I don't know yet. We'll work that out, or vintage boards or something. I'm not sure.
Nice.
But we'll work at that out when we have a guest. But yeah, I think next time I'm definitely going to make sure I pick first, and then I'll tell the guests what they've got. So guys, we'll end it in a few minutes. If you've got any questions for us, do make sure you pick them up in chat now. Tag @TalkClack so we can see it. Do let us know your thoughts on this series. If you want to see more episodes of this, then let me know. If you do, then we'll create a whole better overlay than this, and we'll put scoreboards on there and stuff like that. We'll try and make it a little bit better. So yeah, I think it was really good fun. What was your highlights of the show, MrKeebs? What did you like doing best there?
I like everything because for me, I am a great fan. I have been watching you guys since I started, since the early days of Top Clack. So just being here and participating on this, I'm super humbled by the invite. And and my camera just crashed, didn't it?
Yeah, it's just crashed again. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Oh snap! That's all I see right now.
Okay, while you're doing that, I just got some questions to go through. So Denton Burton Jr. says, what would you do in any world where membrane keyboards were loved and mechanical keyboards hated? I would use nothing but a touchscreen keyboard. I think that's all I would ever do.
I would try to see if there are different types of membranes, like a clicky membrane, a tactile membrane. I don't know.
Clicky membranes. That sounds interesting. I might try that. A couple of people are saying it's really good fun. Thanks for that. I hope you enjoyed that. It was really good fun for us as well. Met Advice Guy says, how did both of you guys look that good every time we see you?
It's your eyes, man.
I think
it's your eyes.
Thank you. I think you've been too kind, Met Advice Guy. Certainly for me. Demona HZ has a question for us. He says, now that you've lost this round, can you mail me your Vern? Pass. No. Yeah. Great time today, Top Clack. Yep. So people seem to have that. Yeah. Okay. People seem to have enjoyed it. I think next time we might have a different guest on. We might do something like key sets, or we might do another round like this with keyboards where I can pick some others from my collection. There's certainly a few that I didn't pick today, so we could pick some different boards and try and spice it up a little bit. There's also potentially the doing the option of a cheap board round or something like that as well, maybe a vintage board round. I know Cryosan might want to do that, but I'll easily lose that one as well, so we'll see how it goes. But I think what we will do is we'll try and get an end of episode. If we can do 4 or 5 episodes of this, maybe one a month, something like that, we'll see which guest gets the greatest score, and then we might get 3 people on and pitch the 2 with the greatest score against each other or something like that.
Great idea. And my video should be back. I know we're just finishing, but
oh, your video should be back. Let me just see. Yep, there we go. You are back up and running. There we go.
Cool.
Excellent. There we go. Just a few questions to run through then. Cyber Sam says, both of you gentlemen have exceptional keyboard collections. Thank you for sharing with us. The show is a great idea and very enjoyable to watch. Oh, thank you, man. We didn't want this to come across as kind of us flexing or anything like that. It mainly wanted us to just have some fun with you guys.
Oh,
do
absolutely.
Something a bit different. Not doing a build stream every week because I know you guys get bored of that. Although I do have about 15 boards to build. I've got a stack of keyboards at the side of me to get through. So the build streams will be back next week.
Yeah, and for me, the competition, the excuse. I wanted to chat. I wanted to meet you guys and be here. So yeah.
Yeah, it's been great having you on, man. It's been really great having you on.
I'm super glad to be here.
Good, man. Well, we'll definitely have you back because this has been a ton of fun. It will be something else we can do as well. I think we've got some other ideas in terms of how we can do some new types of content as well.
Absolutely.
Sorry, go.
No, I was going to say that I'm always available for you guys, so anytime.
Oh, thank you, dude. Thank you. We'll definitely get you back on the show for something else, if not back in this as well. Just run through these last questions. So we've got Bledin says we should get Anarchy, who's a UK vintage board collector, versus Cryosan as well. Yeah, that could be a good matchup.
Oh, yeah.
A really good matchup.
Imagine.
Yeah. And Anarchy's got some really top tier boards. At the UK meetups, he's come second place the last 3 years running with his vintage boards. So he's well worth and well due a win. So there we go. Got here a little late, but where can we check out MrKeebs? Yeah, so MrKeebs, if you want to tell us where the guys can see you, where they can follow you.
I am on YouTube as MrKeebs, MrKeebs, or you can just mrkeebs.com. I am on Twitch as MrKeebs, not MrKeebs, because that wasn't a. And I'm also on Instagram as MrKeebs as well, the whole word.
Okay, so you guys go and check him out there. Check out some of his old content. Check out some of his streams, some of his pictures. I know I do as well. I've spent the last couple of days watching a lot of MrKeebs content, so go check that out. Corbin Dallas says you could also do an audience round with photos sent in. That's an epic idea. Yes, I'll definitely try and think of some way of incorporating that. That sounds really good. Mad Advice Guy says, I'm just glad to see that I did not ruin your VEA by dropping a laptop on it. Yeah, so at the meetup that we had long back.
Oh.
Yeah, so Mad Advice Guy flew all the way over from I think he lives somewhere near Copenhagen, something like that, and he was loaning me his laptop so that I could show people how the rotary encoder works on the Satisfaction 75. And right at the end when we were packing up, he picked his laptop up and then dropped it promptly on top of the VEA. Yeah, luckily there was no damage, but yeah, it was all good in the end.
Yeah.
Okay, Denton Burnham, we answered that question earlier on. We answered the membrane question earlier on. Yeah, so you'll have to go back and listen to the VOD. Okay, so there we go, guys. Thank you very much for joining us today, and thank you very much, MrKeebs, for coming on the show. It's been a pleasure having you on the show.
No, it was totally my pleasure to be here, Jay. Thank you very much.
Oh, well, thank you. We're going to end down the stream now. If you guys do have anything you want to reach out to MrKeebs. You can reach him on Discord and all of the usual places, or if you want to chat with us, you can come and join the Top Clack Discord. Next week, I will be back on the Sunday with a build stream. I think I'll be doing an LZGH next week. I'm going to build another clicky board for the first time in about 10 years. So we'll be doing that, and we'll be having the show. I think I'm just going to go with MX Blues because why
really?
MX Blues, yeah.
I want to do the box white.
Box whites, okay, yeah, I get that, yeah. So we'll see. We might do that next week. If not, then it will be my chocolate KBD 67, which is a one-off that Way was kind enough to make for me. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do with key set for that yet, but we'll see how we get there. But that's it. We'll close down the show, guys. I'll see you on Thursday for the main show.
Everybody.
MrKeebs, thank you very much for coming, and we'd love to have you on the show again. So
thank you so
see you
much.
all later. Cheers, guys. Thank you very much.
Cheers. Bye.